because many of you requested it. In fact, none of you requested this, but that's what we're having. Okay? So, I'm gonna be flying my drone. I'm gonna be talking about some of the devices I use for recording and for shooting video. In this case, I'm gonna be talking about the drone, which is an oldie. It's already a few years old, but it's still doing the job. It's the cheap version of a DJI Mini 2. By the way, I'm here below this bridge, but you'll see behind the camera it's open space, so nothing to worry about. And then this area is also open for flyovers, because some areas you have to keep in mind, some areas are not. Here it is. It's a little 249 grams. It's one of the words in English I'm not an expert in. Comes with a little cover for the camera. It's a gimbal camera, so that's why you get stable footage all the time, because it's got a system to keep the camera aligned with the horizon. That is awesome. Comes folded, so all you need to do is unfold the legs. Voila. And this is the controller. And why do I say it's the cheapest or the cheaper version? Because the other version, you don't need a phone. You don't need to connect that controller to your phone in order for the thing to work. In this case, this version comes with this controller, and this controller you need to connect to a phone so the thing works, unfortunately. Okay, that's one of the things I'm using for the footage you see in this channel, which by the way, I appreciate if you subscribe. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe. That's very helpful, very, very helpful indeed. And it's one of the reasons why I can keep doing more of this content every day. Another one of the devices I use for creating content is my phone. In this case, an iPhone. But there's no footage coming out of this phone today because I'm gonna connect it to the controller so I can fly the drone. So here it is. Controller on top has this little space with USB-C, USB connectors that you can use different cables for. In this case, USB-C, because this iPhone is a uses a USB-C port. I'm gonna try to record the screen of my phone just so that we see how the app and the controller works. Okay, we connect the phone. Let me just start recording on the screen. 1 second. There we go. Voila, should we record audio? Maybe just for being able to synchronize everything a little better. Start recording. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Now we connect the controller. We open the app. In this case, the app is called Fly. DJI Fly, that's the name of the app. We open the app. We now can go ahead and start the drone. The way you start these DJI devices, not only you cannot just press the button and start it. In order to start almost any DJI device, I've learned, you have to do it twice, and the second time you hold for 2, 3, 4 seconds until you hear the beep. So 1, 2, there you go. That's the drone itself. And now we're gonna do here the controller. 1, 2, doo-doo-doo, and it's on. All right, back to our app. And they connect, so we're ready to fly. See where it says go fly? You gotta be looking at the screen, one of the screens. Anyway, oh, by the way, this thing has little these little handles that you need to screw into the controller, so they're much easier to manage, much easier to control. Okay, so we attach the levers to the controller and we're ready. Now we can hit go fly. There you go. Now we see, I'm also gonna record because on screen I'm gonna see what I see on the screen, but then I like to also make a recording of the video that we do. Okay, so I'm gonna hit record and voila, my app is recording now. Okay, now in order to start a drone, the button on the left with the arrow, little circle with the arrow pointing upwards, we need to hold it. We need to push it and then hold it for a few seconds. I'll show you in a second just so we can see the app on this camera. Is it there now? Let me just, there we go. Enough space, okay. So now there is always a warning, depends on your location, depends on where you are and the type of facilities, airports and things around you. There's always going to be a warning, and just make sure that you're complying with regulations and things of that nature. All right, good. So let's go ahead and boom, we hit that button and now we can start it off. And to hold and to start it off, to take it off, we need to hold this for that, and that starts the drone. And here we go. Isn't that cool? Let's turn it this way, that way, and I can make a little something like this. That's gonna make it so much easier to synchronize with the audio, because the drone doesn't have audio. So in order to synchronize the footage, now it's much easier if I just use that movement in screen. Okay, let's take a stroll. Let's go for a ride, shall we? All right, we are in Hollywood at the Intercoastal. Do you like what you see? I like this area pretty much. Look at that. They're always dragging because Intercoastal, well, as the tides come and go, they bring a lot of stuff, and the Intercoastal is supposed to stay clean so that there's easy movement of boats around. Let's take a look around. This neighborhood is really, really pretty. Let's try to go a little higher, that way we avoid that drag there. Check out this part of town is really nice. That's an inlet, not an inlet, but it's kind of like the backyard of all those houses you see there. Let's go. Some people like to live in their boat. Some people do it successfully and some others not so much. It's becoming a very touchy subject down in Florida. Hopefully they can find out a resolution of it. See, wouldn't you like to live in one of those houses? Your backyard right on the water, so you can have a boat, and then anytime you want to go for a spin on your boat, you just jump back in the backyard, jump in the boat and out into the ocean. Now, not such an easy task to make it out into the ocean from here, to be honest. You would have to go a little bit further north. So we all the way up to the port, to the Everglades port, and then you have to calculate the tide and also the wind. Sometimes it's not an easy thing to do. Let's take a look at the bridge. Look at this beautiful capture of Hollywood Beach. This bridge, oof, we've moved quite a bit. Let's go back. This is Hollywood Beach over in the right side. That building, that yellow building on the right side, that's the parking lot. And behind it, there is a very famous hotel that's been unoccupied for years. And that it's a debate because people are fond of it. Historically speaking, has a lot of importance. Is one of the first buildings down here, but it's suffered quite a bit after many years of neglect, and many people think that it should be demolished so that they can build something new instead. I don't know. Look at the bridge. Should we go under the bridge? Yeah, let's make a Red Hot Chili Peppers here. Okay, for that we need to come back. I'm not an expert. This is not exactly one of those apps. Have you ever seen those people that do competitions and go really quick in between columns, and some of them go inside warehouses and stuff like that? And well, this is not the app to do that, but I'll try my best to go underneath if I can see it. Where is it? I see it now. Now, I hope I don't lose signal once it goes below. We go. Now it's on the other side of the bridge. Oh, we made it to the other side of the bridge and still on signal. Oh shit, go up, go up. Let's go back. Let's go. Oh, look at that. This section over here, there's a bunch of really good restaurants. If you ever come down to Florida, to Hollywood, this side over here is full of restaurants, starting with Billy's. This is a really good place. Steaks, if you like that kind of food. All right, let's take a look around and then go back over the bridge. See, that's where we go. Just came under. Okay, now I'm gonna you see the controllers on the left side. This little lever here controls the elevation, up, down, and also rotation. Rotates over its axis, left and right. Okay, the lever on the right side, this one, controls movement, goes forward, goes back, and then also controls sideways movement, left and right. That's what these two controllers do, these leverages. In the back, we got this little wheel over here, and what it does is that it controls the camera itself, only whether it goes up and down. Right now it's set at horizontal level, it's pointing directly forward. We can point it all the way down to 90 degrees. So it looks directly below it, directly down. That's what this lever does. So why don't we take a look at the bridge from above the bridge, right? So let's go. We go forward with the right, we go a little bit higher to get a little better perspective. And now let's turn the perspective 90 degrees down. See how it looks? And let's go over the bridge that way. And then we're gonna run it again into each other here. How you like it so far? This is a great time to subscribe, to like, and comment below what you think about this kind of video. You like it? Where are you located? You in Florida? Where are you? Are you moving down to Florida? No? Yeah? Maybe? Or elsewhere? Where else do you recommend me go and make some content? I like to travel. If I could, I'd go anywhere. but sometimes it's easier said than done. You need to save, you need to sometimes visa-related issues, right? Every country, every place around the world, they reserve the right of entrance, of deciding whether people can go into their places or no. Sometimes it's not upon your hands, and that not only applies to me traveling around the world, but also to so many things in life, everybody's life. Anyway, we made it through, and we're back on this side. I'm gonna lever the camera once more. One more look at good old Intercoastal here in Hollywood, Florida, looking south. Look at that, it's so beautiful. The day right now is so nice. Let's go down. Let's turn this way so we can see the bridge. I don't want to hit the bridge. And then try to locate myself. And I think I see myself now. Look at that. We made it. Let's go back. It's coming. Try not to hit those fences, those rails, handrails. Try to avoid them as much as possible. And here we go. Hi. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Again, remember, subscribe and like. So today we used the DJI Mini. This is a Mini 2. I forgot to say that. This is the Mini 2. There's newer versions that are so much cooler, that can do so many more things. If you can check the website. I don't have a referral link because DJI doesn't really work like that, or at least I haven't found a way to work my way into referral links on DJI, but it doesn't matter because the products are great. And then what else? Mic. This is also a DJI mic. Mini mic. And then the camera is an Action 4. Everything is DJI. Everything I'm using today is a DJI. The drone, the camera, and the microphone. Everything is a DJI. The only thing is not, it would be the phone I'm using to control the drone. So let's go ahead and land. All right, I'll try to find this little sweet spot here. I don't want it to fall in the water. Please don't. Some people like to hold them, and then if you turn them over real quick, engines, the drone knows that somebody held it and turned it over, and when that happens, the app shuts itself off. In this case, I did it the old way. All right, we got everything. Again, subscribe, like, comment, see you soon. What else should we do? Maybe next time I'll do a little review of my big camera, the one I use for my auto business, for the photography business. Right now, I don't have a large array of optics, of lenses, but the two lenses I have right now, I really, really like, so maybe that's a good idea. Anybody out there using DSLRs or full-frame digitals with exchangeable lenses, stay tuned for next video. Maybe the next video is about it's a Sony. It's an Alpha. What camera? Stay tuned. See you next. Bye-bye.